Hello and welcome here in LATOKEN Venture Capital TV. My name's Javier. I will be your host for today, and together with me is my colleague Rias, who will be
Yes, hi
co-host.
everyone. Yes, my name is Riaz Jogi, and I'm a growth manager here at LATOKEN. So excited to be co-hosting this with Javier today.
Great, fantastic. Welcome, Rias. So, in like every session, we bring you the innovation, technology, and solutions you want to hear about. During all our sessions, you get to hear directly from the CEOs or the relevant speakers to get to know about the project. And the best part is you are able to post your questions in the chat live. We will address them, and what better opportunity to get to know the project than making questions, right? So, before we move on to the interview, as a reminder, you can see our previous shows and content by visiting latoken.com/VCTV/shows. Also, you can follow us on our socials like Facebook and Twitter. And if you're watching us on YouTube, just hit the subscribe button. You'll always be informed of great content, new opportunities, and even giveaways. Important also reminder, anything mentioned here is not any type of financial advice. Do your research before making any decisions. It's your choices and your responsibility. So, with that, I'm very glad to introduce a great project. It's Solapoly, created by Diane Mirata. Diane, welcome. How are you?
Welcome. I'm very well. How are you?
We're doing great. We're really happy to have you here because NFT is a big word. I think last year NFT was one of the most Google words. So it's great to have you representing a based board game. So we have a lot of questions for you.
Mm-hmm.
And again, to our viewers, please remember you are able to make questions. Just simply post it and we will be addressed. Mirata, once again, welcome. And how about we start?
Yeah, perfect. I'm very happy to be here as well and looking forward to give you more information about this project.
Oh, yeah. Interesting questions. To start with, can you please tell us a little bit about yourself and the team behind the project?
Yes, definitely. So myself, my name is John Mirata, as you correctly pronounced, and I'm based in London. So actually, the half of the team they are based in Turkey, and they know each other from high school and also
Mhm.
from university, and they are working in software development areas, and in consultancy, and in algo trading. And the other half of the team, we are based in London. We also know each other from university as well, coincidentally. And we were actually very active in the crypto market, in the NFT market, and then this board game play to earn kind of market as well. And that's how we initially met the other half of the team in Turkey. Um, and we noticed that we all love gaming and they love coding these games as well. And then we saw this opportunity in the market and we thought, why don't we bring this project to life? Because this board game, we were inspired by the landlord game. We wanted to adapt this game into the digital world before people forget about it. So that's how the team got together, and that's how we actually wanted to come up with this project. And the last maybe one of the reasons would be in Turkey, crypto is so huge. People are investing in NFT, investing in crypto, and also in gaming as well. So there are lots of startups that have reached, 2 billion, 3 billion valuations in only 2 3 years of time. So we saw this opportunity, and that's how the team got together and we started this.
All right, thank you. Let's go a little bit to back to basics.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about the market that you are in. Let's talk about the NFTs, the board games. Is that at the moment a big area with a lot of players in it, or something that's just emerging at the moment?
Yeah, that's a great question. So actually, play to earn plus NFT, these are still kind of new concepts. So people are really interested in this space. However, I would say still emerging, but like fastly emerging. So you
Mhm.
want to be one of the pioneers ourselves, and investors, of course, they want to be one of you want to invest in, let's say, Twitter before it actually becomes something. So that's where we are right now. And in terms of this, play to earn concept, obviously people want to relax, people want to, play games, they want to have fun. And I think esports, for example, it showed that you can also make money when you're enjoying something, right?
Hmm.
And I think that's why in this market now we see people and we see more projects, and we see people who actually want to participate in these games and in these play to earn games. So when we saw that the market is there, we wanted to come with this project, and that's kind of how we fit ourselves in the market: play to earn plus NFTs.
Thank you.
That's very interesting. Maybe I'll ask the next question here, since we're kind of touching on what motivated you and the team, right? So what are some of the other problems or maybe even opportunities that you saw in the marketplace that motivated you to start this project? And you mentioned earlier Landlord's Game, so maybe that's part of the story as well, I think.
Yeah, no, that's actually a great question, a great follow-up question. Yes, of course. So when we were growing up, we loved that game. Obviously, I think we all played similar games like Landlord as well. And I think if I go a bit, back, I would say we see the difference between online and offline anyways. For example, online shopping is incredibly huge right now. Not only because of pandemic, obviously, people, it is just convenient. So like, when do you play chess now with your friend, sitting next to each other? You play chess online. So everything is going online, and we know that. And and now NFT is big, crypto is big. So we should be able to fit this board game into this market so people can still play it and also earn money out of it. And once we saw that, we also didn't want, as you said, like the board games like the Landlord game, we don't want them to be forgotten. But if you cannot adapt in this market, you will be forgotten. So that's the great motivation behind it, I would say. That's the ultimate motivation, as you correctly guessed.
Thank you for that information. Um, to our viewers, please remind that you can learn more about this project. Please do visit the website. You see it below, solapoly.com. You will be able to learn more about the collection, the features, the marketplace, the tokenomics, which is very important, the roadmaps, the FAQs, and the NFTs. So again, education is a basic part of this before you decide to invest in this project. So feel free to make any questions that you have for the project. So Marata, to continue, one thing we like to do in the show is something called the elevator pitch. Now, imagine, Marata, that you and me are buddies. We haven't seen each other for some time. We bump into each other in the street, right? And
Yeah.
ask you, hey, man, how's it going, Marata? Marata, tell me a little bit about the project you're working on. And like to ask you to do it within 2 minutes, please.
Oh, 2 minutes.
Ready?
I
Yeah,
would,
can you
yeah.
just summarize it in 2 minutes?
Okay. So I would
Okay.
say Solapoly is a real estate board game where people can earn rental income from the properties they own. So this would be the only sense I think it perfectly summarizes the game. But if I need to give more information, I would also say we were inspired by the Landlord game. The
Hmm.
first game was there, and more information would be on how to play the game. So for example. Um, there are 32 cities, and you are four people, as you know the game. And the NFTs you own, you start the game with them, so you have an advantage. Just like in all of those board games. So if they land on that, then you get income. So that's how basically uh, the game works. And I think this would be it. I think I wouldn't give you additional information just because. So as you said, we have three white papers on our website, like detail. Everything is very detailed, and I would like everyone to just go there and ask us any questions if they have. But I think this 30 seconds explanation would be enough in the elevator because I don't want to confuse you at that stage. I would ask you if you had any more questions.
Well,
Okay.
Well, I mean, and so maybe we can touch on the tokenomics then, and maybe
Mhm.
address the role that the token SOL will have in your ecosystem,
Hmm.
as it launches and maybe in the future as well, because you talk about, I think, NFT staking and many cool things related to NFT. So I'm just curious as the role the token is going to play in that environment.
Yeah, definitely. So Solapoly token will be the only currency in the game where people can buy stuff from the marketplace. And we will give this free when people start playing. We will give these tokens to them. And of course, they will be limited. And when they play this game, after if they win, they will also get paid in Solapoly token. So it will create its own economy in the game. And at the end of the day, you can also exchange the Solapoly tokens with real money. So I think it's a very positive loop there. So people will need tokens to play the game, and when they win, they will get those tokens, and then they will be able to spend those tokens during the game to buy, those properties if they land on them. And after that, at the end of the day, you will be able to convert those tokens into real life money. So I think that's kind of the positive loop that we'll have, and I think it will support each other all the time. And when more people invest in the game, when more people play the game, which we see a huge potential, because this board game is not only for young people, it's in any age can play this game. So when there are more people who are playing the game, the economy will grow and the value of the token will grow, because it's the only thing you can use in the game.
Great. Now that we're talking about the token itself, let's dig in, if you don't mind, a little bit about the benefits for investors. Meaning, what can investors expect when they're going to invest in your token?
I think because when the game grows, token economy will grow as well. And as I said, because the game is for everybody, and our main target is 100 millions of people playing the game, obviously, and people who believe in the game should invest in the tokens because they grow together. And as you said, we have the white papers, we have the website, we have amazing developers behind the game, and we really put lots of work in it. And if you like playing the game, which all of us nearly do, if you believe in the game, and then you have to believe in the token, because the token will just grow, in parallel to the game. And I think we saw competition everywhere in this market, but not in this board game space that much. So we want to be the pioneers. We want to be the biggest there. As soon as someone says, "Yeah, board game in the crypto world," we want people to think of Solapoly, as the first thing. And I think these reasons should be the main for the investors.
Okay. One question I have, Narata, we had a lot of different projects coming with NFTs and their projects here on the show, but I haven't seen one that would mix the NFT parts together with a board game. Are you the first ones to do this, or there's a quite a
Um,
few ones?
I think we saw a few who tried the same concept, but I
Mhm.
think we are the first ones who um, created this very healthy part, because we also have so people will be able to, for example, let's say you have an NFT, it's a very rare one, but you don't want to play the game at that second, you will be able to rent that as well. So I think we brought so many different usage of this NFT plus play to earn game. So I think it will be a great concept, and I would say it's one of the most qualitative ones, even if it's not the first one.
So what would you say is your main differentiator versus other projects in the market?
I would say our main differentiator would be the fact. So not the different. So it's like doing something more quality than the others, because we saw many other examples who tried the same thing, but we saw what didn't work for them. And one of the reasons why I think we thought, because they were trying to kind of create their own games, but
Hmm.
the game we created, people are aware of that game already. People know it, so we don't have to explain it that much. As soon as they see the name, they know what it's all about. So I think that's a great advantage that we have compared to the other play to earn games. And I think the NFT part also is very cool, because with these NFTs you will be able to prove that you have you own that property. You will be able to resell it. You will be able to rent it. So it will create, as I said, its own economy inside the game. So I think that's a huge advantage we have compared to the other play-to-earn games.
Okay, that's interesting because I don't know, Riaz. I think we are almost the same age.
Yes.
We're old school. Board games at that time was like Monopoly, Dungeons and Dragons kind of
Yep.
thing.
Mhm.
No, you made a good point with the awareness of the rules and the game
Yeah,
mechanics.
yeah,
I know what I'm going to get into as soon as I start that game, right? But I
exactly.
guess, but in this situation, it's interesting because you've gamified it or tokenized the whole concept.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. No, that's interesting. And just a question from my end. the age sort of demographic you're targeting, and I guess is a wide spectrum. It can go from youth all the way to baby boomers and beyond. I would imagine.
Exactly, 100%. I already like spoke to my dad, and even he's excited about it. So I think that just shows, as you said, that the potential of the game is really huge. It's not new, as you said. From the name, everyone will understand what it's all about. And as the market grows, this game will grow with them. When the metaverse comes, we want to in 1 year we want to launch there as well. We want to be able to we want to make people be able to play the game in the metaverse as well. And as you said, yeah, brand awareness is there. So all we need to do is just launch the game, and we're 100% sure people will love it, and the potential is really big.
Very good. We do getting some comments from our viewers, and in that regard, I will ask you, where are the players coming from? Is it one specific geographical area, or is it more widespread throughout the world?
Where what's coming from? Sorry, players.
Your players, the players, where are the players coming from?
Oh,
Your community.
yeah. It is really wide, to be honest.
Uh-huh.
I wouldn't say it's a focus here, focus there. Like we have our community. We have, I think, players from nearly 30, 35 countries. Just from my mind, I'm thinking, but like yeah, I wouldn't say we're focusing on one.
Okay. Okay. Very good. Yeah, I can see that's widespread. Now, let's talk a little bit about the future. I know in current market conditions, it's very hard to forecast what's going to happen in 1 year, right? Because you have
Mhm.
the market conditions, you have the regulators, you have different issues happening. But where would you wish the project to be in 3 years from now?
So I would say our goal. So right now, let me give you some details of what we're going to do. Yeah, I think that's a great question. So Solapoly token private sale is done. Our IEO will be on 15th March in LATOKEN here, and the price will be 0.02 USDT in the IEO. And the 1st of April, we will be on centralized exchange and decentralized exchange, and the price will be 0.04 USDT. And our goal is to obviously the value of Solapoly token to raise more than $1 and stay there. And we will release the beta version of the game in April, and in May the full version be there. That's the goal. And at first, people will be able to play that on the website, but then we will launch it on Android, both on Android and iOS as well. And this is the goal for the first year. And then after 1 year, we want to be on Metaverse, as I previously mentioned. And in 3 years, what we see is, of course, millions of people playing the game, enjoying the game, and actually earning from it as well. Because as I mentioned before, play to earn plus NFT, new concepts, but incredibly high potential. We put the work in, and yeah, as you said, this is the goal slash the dream that we have in the next 3 years. Millions of people playing this game, enjoying this game, giving us positive feedbacks. As I said, earning from it as well, and just enjoying it.
Perfect. Thank you very much. Now, I would like to talk a little bit about what you mentioned before that you have in the IU. And if you allow me, I
Mhm.
would like to share the screen. As our viewers can see in the top right corner, it's where the IEO and LATUK is going to happen. It's going to be
Mhm.
in 10 hours, 36 minutes from now. So this is really relevant for our traders because, as you know, the earlier you get to a project in the IEO stage, you're going to get the tokens at a better price. Later on, it will just be increasing, which is natural. So this is a little bit of a call for action for the people to review the project. Again, it's very important that we get into the tokenomics, see the roadmaps, get in contact with the community, and you can see here that all the information is available. Here's the different cities that we were talking about on the project. And here's something interesting I also found that you have staking, right? You also going to
Yeah.
provide that service. Can you
Mhm.
tell us a little bit about that, please?
Yeah, definitely. So when people are actually using when you own an NFT, and as I said, you can rent it, and people can play. And when they earn income, you'll get a small commission out of it.
Ah, okay, very good. Is that something that will start right after the IEO, or you have it planned for a later date?
I think it will be around April.
Not during
Okay.
beta. So when it's actually launched, I
Yeah,
guess. Yes. Yeah.
yes.
Okay.
Once the first version, exactly.
Now, one thing I became very curious about. You have the NFT marketplace, but you also have renting, which says rent the cities you have one as much as you want. What?
Oh, I thought you actually asked that part first. That's what I was
Okay.
explaining. Yeah,
Then
that's actually an NFT rating. Yeah, exactly. You
Okay,
can rent it.
and the NFT marketplace that refers to add cities to unique collection. What what is that about?
So yeah, in the staking, when you have the actually it's kind of similar, but I think NFT renting is the one that I was mentioning, and the
Yeah.
staking is the when you turn that tokens in the game to real money. So that's the staking part. So we put them in two separate parts, but actually it's kind of the same. So you can rent it, and the staking part. So when you rent it, you get income out of it. The
Yeah.
staking part, when they play with the cards and then they earn incomes, then they
Yeah.
will you will also get commission out of that. So it's like in two
Oh,
different parts, but like complementing each other, if it makes sense.
okay. Okay. It does now. Okay. Great. So
Mhm.
it you can actually rent out your real estate or your
Exactly.
basically. Okay. That again, that is something that I haven't seen in other projects. I know, for example, in Central Land, you just go there and purchase the
Hmm.
parcel of land, right? But we've seen big companies doing that. But going into really reflecting what is like the real estate market out in the real world is very interesting to transform that into a board game.
Yeah,
Uh,
definitely. And in the NFT marketplace, also, people will be able to buy jokers, extra chances in the game, extra dices, just to mention there. It was up there.
Perfect. And what is about the chance that you have mentioned here?
Yeah, it's just like the normal game. So you can go
Okay.
to jail out of nowhere, and then you can get money, or yeah, many different exciting parts. So this is actually one of the most exciting parts in the game, I would say, because it's random.
Yeah, I was going to say I went through the rules earlier. A lot of thought was put into it by the team, definitely, with the chance cards and how to get out of jail and what have you. So you created your own set of little rules and perks in the game,
Exactly,
which is kind of
exactly.
interesting.
And
Yeah.
we put nearly all the details there, but obviously we will add to those.
Okay, very good. Marita, again, I would like you to please say a few words about the IEO that you're going to have with LATOKEN because it is extremely important for traders to be
Hmm.
on time to size the opportunity. And again, this will happen in 10 hours from now in the LATOKEN webpage. Can you please once again remind us what is the IEO going to be about?
So yeah, IEO is, as you said, is very important. And as I said before, if you believe in the game, and if you believe in the idea, if you enjoy the game, I think it's an amazing opportunity for you to invest. And as you said, it's in 10 hours, and the price will be 0.02 USDT. And as I said, our main goal is to keep this value over $1 in the long term. And there's a huge potential in it, because as Riaz mentioned, the demographic is the gap, the range is incredibly high. So that's why we expect millions of people to play this game, in the long term. And I think it will be a very valuable investment.
Definitely, we get a lot of positive feedback. For example, this comment, this project has great potential, and I wish this project gets huge success in the crypto world. Let's make this project go to the moon. So
Definitely.
you have a very big community, it seems, all sending us positive feedback. So that is great.
Hmm.
And to our viewers, once again, as Mirata mentioned, La Token IU is going to start an account. Please go to latoken.com. Go to account opening. You only need one piece of information, and you'll be ready to trade. And once again, as we mentioned before, please visit the website please visit the website of Solapoly, which is solapoly.com, as you can see below on the screens, has all the relevant information for you to make the decision. Again, you can see the futures, the marketplace, the tokenomics, the roadmaps, and the FAQs, and you can get in contact with the community. So it's a great opportunity. And again, you're still on time. Riaz, do you have any questions that you would like to make from your side?
You might be on mute, Riaz.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
No worries at all.
No. I was just gonna say all the best for your upcoming IAO. Looking forward to seeing the beta game personally. I'm gonna introduce it to my family here, so it should be fun. No, but no more questions from my end.
Okay. Mirata, please, do you have any closing remarks, recommendation for our viewers today?
Well, as you said, I really recommend them to visit our website to get all the details there as well, because we really trust all the details we gave. And once they are happy with the quality they see on the website, with the roadmap, with everything, I really recommend them to get into that IEO in 10 hours, and then they can ask us any questions after here as well. I can put actually they have their website, and on the website they can find my details as well. And yeah, that's all. Thank you
Okay,
so much.
great. And Mirata, it's a really interesting project. Again, I have not seen one with, so I think you really have it. I think that will open a lot of doors. We would love to have you the show again. So I would suggest probably that after the IO has passed, maybe we can have another show. You can take us through a tour through all the games, maybe show us a couple of demos. I'm sure
Definitely,
people would be really interested in that.
100%.
Great
Sounds
idea.
great.
Yeah.
Great. Then, Mirata, thank you very much for being with us. Thank you, Riaz, for co-hosting with me. To our viewers, once again, please get your project more before investing. It's your duty, your responsibility. And with that said, we do hope to see you in the next show. Take care, stay safe. Thank you very
Thank you.
much, gentlemen. Have a
Bye bye.
great
Take
day.
care. Thanks.